Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. Today we're going to talk about the C8 Corvette Z06, again, sporting a center exit exhaust. Alright guys, so for those of you who don't know, I just put out a video yesterday talking about the C8 Corvette Z06, and a lot of people were wondering where that center exit exhaust was that had been rumored for a while. And I was kind of wondering that myself. We got to see a new strange setup to a spoiler for the car. We got to see some carbon fiber wheels hiding underneath the plates that GM was trying to hide the wheels with. And we got to see some massive meaty tires on this thing. But what was missing, like I said, was that center exhaust. That is, until today. So today we got some more spy shots, again from our friends over at gmauthority.com, and they clearly show the C8 Z06 in a slightly different configuration with a center exiting exhaust. Now, we've talked about it before on this channel a couple different times about how the C8 Z06 is likely to mirror some of the C8R appearance and take things here and there to make the car look a certain way. Basically the same thing GM did with the C7 Z06 from the C7R. Now, with that said, one of the main things a lot of people were rumoring was that GM was actually gonna eliminate or resize the rear trunk in order to make that exhaust come out of the center instead of going around and exiting on each side of the car. It looks to me like GM has at least resized the rear trunk. I don't know if they're going to completely delete it, even though in my opinion, I think that that's what's really needed to take this car to the next level. It's going to reduce a lot of size to the car, and it's also going to reduce a little bit of the weight as well if they were able to shrink up that rear end, but that's also going to require a whole different shape to the car. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but for now, we definitely have some sound clips of the center exit exhaust. I'm going to put it in right here because this thing sounds amazing, guys. If any of you were doubting that this is a flat plane crank, you will no longer doubt it after seeing this video. So what do you guys think? Other than the fact that that thing is definitely a flat plane crank, it sounds really good, and that center exiting exhaust definitely looks pretty awesome. I think that's really going to bring a little bit of the C7 styling into the C8 setup, and that's going to be fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Let me just mention real quick, the Ridge wallet. Guys, this thing is a perfect match for this kind of carbon fiber and a great update to the wallet that you carry now. This thing will fit up to 12 cards. It has a money clip or a money band option, so you could still carry your cash as well, and it's not quite your grandfather's wallet. I mean, this thing just looks way more updated, way more 2020, just like this C8 Corvette. So if you guys are interested in the Ridge wallet, I will put the link in the description down below, along with a 10% discount code just by being a Horsepower Obsessed fan. So definitely check it out, guys. Now, there is another video that was filmed by another fan that just so happened to catch the Z06 in action here with a GT2 RS and a Ferrari 458. Now, some of you guys have expressed concern on why GM would be testing or benchmarking against a 458 instead of the 488, because there's a very noticeable performance difference there. But I know there was some reports that GM was benchmarking with the 488 as well, but in this particular video, it is the 458 and the GT2 RS. But anyway, I'll throw that in right here so you guys can see and hear a little bit more of the car. Check it out. Let me know what you think down below. Oh, dang. So there you have it, guys. The C8 Z06 is being tested in at least one of the available models with the center exiting exhaust. In the video I showed yesterday with the bigger spoiler, which is likely to only come on the Z07 package, the center exiting exhaust was oddly missing. So just from looking at the pictures, the one that I see here with the center exiting exhaust is not very likely the Z07. It's pretty much going to be the Z06, it looks like. But unfortunately, we won't know until we actually get some official word on what the Z06 is going to contain and what options it's going to have. But it's definitely pretty awesome to see the center exiting exhaust finally make an appearance. What it actually could implicate could be some serious performance additions, like I said, possibly shortening up the entire car if they get rid of that rear trunk to make that center exit exhaust possible. Of course, in both of these videos, the driver of the Z06 prototype was nowhere near close to pushing the car at wide open throttle or anything, so we didn't really get to hear exactly what that thing's going to sound like, but we do get a very flat plane crank-ish sound to it. So, like I said, if any of you guys doubted it, it's right there. It's very clear. This is not the normal pushrod engine from the C8 Stingray. The Z06 definitely puts out a nice screeching sound that sounds more reminiscent of the C8R, which we all know is a flat plane crank. And of course, that gives it a more exotic or supercar sound than the base model pushrod V8. Now, it is very possible that GM is just testing the exhaust to see which one sounds better, which one looks better, etc. So we could literally be looking at two different cars set up obviously differently to see which one works better with their setup. At the end of the day, at least one of these exhausts is going to make it to production. We may have the option of both, depending on if you get the Z07 package or just the Z06. Who knows how GM is going to package this particular option. But as usual, with any kind of spy shots or rumors, it really could go either way. I just found it to be insanely awesome that this car is finally going to sport a center exit exhaust because of how badly people wanted that for the base C8. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about any of the C8, Z06, or C8 content we talk about in general here on this channel, leave them in the comment section down below, or shoot me an email, horse.power.obsessed@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to answer anything you may have for me. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I have loads of C8 content coming, as well as my own C8 very soon, and you're not going to want to miss it. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.